Hi, I'm Natalie. I am the host of a Women's Worth talk show on the Black platform. I am also the founder of the Women's Worth Transformational group on Facebook. Our group is a group of women who work on assignments so we can also work on transforming our lives by doing some work, not just by talking, but actually doing some work. About 30 days ago, I gave an assignment for the ladies to create a vision board. And as usual, I'm always joining in on the assignments because I believe that if I'm going to facilitate a group, I should facilitate by example. So I created my vision board. And the reason why I gave the assignment about the vision boards, because vision boards are so powerful. There are many people in the world that you wouldn't believe who actually believe in vision boards. And what it is, it's a vision that you have for your life. And people do it differently. Some do it with mostly pictures. Some do it mostly words. Some people do it with a combination of picture and words. But it spells out the life that you want to have, you would like to have for yourself. And this way that you can have a board posted somewhere where you can see it regularly. And it's a reminder of what you're looking at, how you envision your life. And it's a reminder of to constantly focus on achieving those goals that you have on your vision board. So I want to share with you mine, and some of mine are goals that I've already set. I just wanted to give some examples of the visions that I set before it happened in my life, and just share a bit about how it actually happened in my life. And some of it is a vision for my life in the future. I also want to share with you, it is so important when you create a vision board that you create a vision that is so big that it causes you to feel nervous, that when you share with someone, there may be somebody out there saying, you're right. They really think they're going to achieve that. That is the kind of vision you want on that board, things that you want to achieve. Again, I don't have a lot of that because a lot of it I have achieved, but in my next board, I will definitely create more of my vision because I didn't have enough room on this particular board. But I have some on here that are all, in my mind, my big. So let me start with describing my board. And I'm going to show you up close what my board looks like. And then I'm going to place it back on my easel, so I can better describe it to you. Now this is my board. I'm going to move back so hopefully you can see it. I'm going to move it up a little bit closer. Okay, that's my board. And let me tell you about my board. Right here it begins, let me slide it over, yeah. Right here it says, it's Natalie. I was able to cut my name out of a magazine. The lady they were interviewing's name was Natalie. So it says, it's Natalie, which is what's about me. And it says, loud and clear, this girl shines. And I also have the words, the voice. Because when I talk about me shining, I'm talking about my voice shining. That my voice is speaking so loudly that it's noticeable and it's heard. That has always been my goal all my life, to have a voice. And I finally have one. Also on here, under there, it says the game changer. I plan on being a game changer in the world of transforming lives. So that's why you always see me coming up with creative things, things that are usually not seen either on Facebook a great deal, or doing something that's different. That's me. I believe in a game changer. I believe in using my gifts. I believe in stepping outside of my comfort zone. I believe in doing that thing that other person's not doing. And that's why I call myself a game changer. I don't usually go with the ordinary. I usually dance to my own beat. And I've learned to love that about myself. The other thing I have on my board, it says, inspiration is where a moment becomes a memory. And that speaks so loudly to me because all the inspiration that I have in my life and all the inspirations that I gather from other people were from moments in my life. And now they are memories, not only memories, they're so embedded in my head. They're my tools. They're my mantras. There's that thing that I follow when I think about as I'm moving into my destiny. So yes, the inspiration is where a moment meets a memory, becomes a memory, sorry. I also have on here, and you can't see it, I have this woman kickboxing a punching bag. And that's just me saying that I'm kickboxing my way into life. I am knocking things down. I'm breaking through walls. I'm breaking through ceilings. And I have on there, it says, there's no turning back. And I truly believe that. There's a lot of times in my journey as I'm going forth. And even though I have all this passion, even though I have all this vision, I do have moments of doubt. I do have moments of fear. And people that are working closely with me are the ones who know about that. Just recently I was going through a little bit of frustration, and I had someone support me and says, Natalie, it's going to be tough. So keep it moving, keep it moving. Don't give up. So, it is no turning back. And even in those moments of doubt, I say to myself, well, Natalie, what else are you going to do? Are you going to go back to the same kind of job for the next however long you live? And I have settled in my mind that I'm going forward no matter how bad it gets and no matter how frustrating it gets. I'm still going to focus on my vision, no matter how bad it gets. I am human, so I experience those feelings, but there is no going back. There is no going back to that old Natalie. There is no going back to that day to day. So I have that on my vision board. And speaking of that, on here it says, I don't see problems. I see opportunities. So after I go through my ranting and my kicking and screaming and crying, I do come to a place, because I don't stay stuck long. I really don't. I get to a place where I say, okay, let me look at this problem. Now, how can I figure out a way to get around this, through this, break this down? I immediately, sometimes not immediately, but it could be a day later, I'm always into solution mode. And how can I make this problem? How can I make it an opportunity for me to move forward in this problem? So that's me, and that's why I have this on the board. And then I have what is here says a field of dreams. A field of dreams. I believe that so much. I believe that there's so much that I can do that it resembles like a field. It's kind of like, what do you want to do, Natalie? What's next? I actually feel that way, that my options are so broad and so wide that it's just a field of dreams. I just have to choose what I want to do and go with that. I also have here, smart is beautiful. I'm a diva, through and through. I'm a diva, but the inside of me speaks so much louder than the outside of me. My intelligence, my vision, my passion to help people, my passion to share about my flaws and all and my brokenness rings louder than the outside. And that's just the type of person I am, although I am a diva still. The other thing I have on here is amazing grace. And I'm so glad that I was able to find large letters that speak to that, because I know that I'm living on grace. I know that the grace that God has bestowed me is so amazing. And the reason why I know that is because on this journey, throughout my drug addiction, throughout my experiences with domestic violence, there's been other people around me that are close to me that did not survive, didn't survive. And whatever reason, God saw fit that, I'm here, and I count that as amazing grace. And I don't take that for granted. And that's why I'm so passionate to serve people, to serve broken, hurting people, so they don't have to be another statistic, that they can be somebody that lives their fullest life possible. And if I could be a part of that, I just count it, God, that's just grace. That's grace. That's awesomeness. Also, I have on here, down here says, seeing the light. It took me a lot of years, but now I see the light. I am not my past. I am not what some people thought I was. I am not who I thought I was years ago. I now see the light, that I can be whoever it is that I have the desire to be. I can create the life that I want to create. As long as I believe it and put the action behind it, I can create that life. I also have on here, it says, how I finally wised up. Finally, after all these years, and it's, I didn't just come to this revelation. I had this revelation years ago, but, it took me some time, to get to the point where I wised up and said, you know what, I'm more than my circumstance. I'm more than my abuse. I am more than my domestic violence experiences. I'm more than that. I'm how God sees me. I'm not going to go through everything because I have a lot, so I'm going to skip around my board. Here I have in the middle, it says right here, what inspires me. And underneath there, I have this large lip. And on the side, it says, speaking out for hope. That's what inspires me. Speaking out for hope. Making a difference. Talked about that I'm living proof that change is possible. Why I had to tell my story, my real story. It also talks about I will light up every room I walk into. And what I mean by lighting up every room is not only just, now I'm not talking about the physicality. What I'm talking about is when I walk into a room, when I walk in someone's presence, I want them to receive that this is one lady, this is one sister who's about empowering so much that it just resonates off me. So when I walk into a room, when I walk onto that stage, and when I began to speak about empowering women to change and going from trauma to triumph, I want to light up the entire room, and I want to capture people's attention. And that's where I'm going. That's my vision, for me to do that. I put down here, my philosophy is believing in miracles. Oh, I am living proof. I'm a walking, talking miracle. That's my philosophy. That's what I believe in, that miracles do happen. They happen for me and they can happen for you. I'm a true believer. I've seen too many miracles happen on my journey. That's part of my philosophy. The other one here, it says, inspiring women to share their successes. And I utilize my talk show, a woman's work talk show, for women to come on to share their successes in areas where they experience trauma. So if you've been paying attention, you know that I had women on the show that had experienced childhood sexual assault, and now they're big advocates for childhood sexual assault in a big way. I have women on the show that were entrepreneurs and coaches, and my coach, Erica, and there to teach other women how to own businesses. So those are just an example. And I even share my story overcoming, addiction and having 27 years clean and being a professional counselor, and how that journey began. I put that a lot in this. My videos are on YouTube if you're interested in seeing some of my journey or hearing some of my journey. But yeah, I'm about inspiring women to share their successes, because that's how we help that broken one. That's how we help that one that's still lost, by sharing our stories that change is possible. I want to move on to this side. This side, it says becoming attractions. Hey, this is what we talk about, my big becoming attractions. Okay. Right here, I love this quote. I got this quote, and this quote was from Marilyn Monroe, and this is what it says. If I observed all the rules, I never have gotten anywhere. Wow, that's me. I'm a rule breaker. I mean, I don't break rules to the point where, I'm going to get arrested, but I break rules in terms of if someone tells me that I can't do it, I'm going to find a way. I'm going to find a way, and my life speaks to a lot of things that I shouldn't have been able to do, but I've done. By thinking outside of the box, by doing something different. The other thing it says, I'm dreaming out loud. This is something that I would never dare to do years ago. I would never get on a video and say, this is my dream. And I'm going to share a couple of, not a lot, I didn't have enough room. I would never tell anybody some of this stuff. I would keep it in my head and I wouldn't share it with anybody. For an example, my goal right here. My goal by the end of 2017, and I know this is 2016, if not before, that I will be making $50,000 per month. And that's based on different streams of income. You know, definitely one of them is by my motivational, inspirational, and transformational speaking career, getting paid to speak. You know, the other one is by the books that I'm writing and will continue to write. Income stream there. You know, another area is from my counseling business, you know, and there's other income streams that, you know, I'm developing now. I'm writing courses, you know, online courses for people to purchase, and I love that one because it's passive income. I just throw it on there and I can just sit back and go to sleep as it's making money for itself. So that's one of my goals. That's one of my bigs. $50,000 a month. That's one of the ones that people sit back and like, you're right. That's the kind of vision you should have on your board. That one right there. 2017 by the end. That's my goal. You know, that's my goal. Also, I have here, go big or go home. That's me. Big. You know, I just feel, and I had to go through everything I had to go through, but I was like, God, if I had started 25 years ago, $50,000 a month would look like nothing. Look like nothing. And I have the ability, because God has given me the gifts, to get there. And one of the ways I get there, I have right here a picture of Robert Kiyosaki. And if anybody knows Robert Kiyosaki, he's that money man. He's the one that teaches people how to become wealthy. He has a well-known book called Rich Dad, Poor Dad, which I purchased years and years and years ago. So I have him up there because in order for me to get there, you got to have mentors. You know, you got to have mentors. And of course, like right now, I'm not going to have him as a one-on-one mentor, but you have to have mentors. You have to have people to show you the way. It is possible. Let me tell you, I surround myself, when I say surround, not physically, I surround myself by the books I read, the videos that I watch of people who have done it. Those are my mentors. I don't get the mentorship from people who don't have that kind of don't have that real life proof that is possible, because chances are you kind of talk with those people, they will be probably the ones that say you can't make it, because they're the ones who have not made it themselves and they cannot see that far. So I get my information from people who can show me living proof that you have done it. So he's one of the people that I follow through book form. Yeah, he's one of them of several. Here at Girl Boss, yes, for years and years and years, I've always wanted to go back to being my own boss, and I am the CEO of my motivational speaking career, which is Natalie H. Manning, the platform of Mending Broken Pieces, CEO and founder of that business. And I'm also the CEO and founder of Another Viewpoint Counseling Services, which is all about counseling people who have addictions, alcohol and drug abuse, other addictions, anger and anger management. I help them through online counseling. So that's my other income stream that I have. So I am the CEO at Girl Boss, and my hope is to help other people, other women or even men connect to becoming CEOs. Because and it's your choice. You know, some people are okay with being employee, and some people do it really, really well. And there's some people like me who want to become a CEO. So that's why I have people on my show like Coach Erica, who's an entrepreneur and has been one for over 20 years, has her own businesses, and teaches people how to start their own business, because it's possible. Over here, I want to start, let me see if anything. Oh, here I have, we are the creators, we are the directors of our own lives. We make and break our successes by what we tell ourselves and the action we put behind what we tell ourselves. Also, I'm going to move down this section right here. This is my fun. This is my enjoyment, my vision. This is the one I really got to work on doing more, because I'm so focused on creating my business that I don't spend enough time having fun. But I'm beginning to do that. But this is what I have in mind. Make time for travel. I am good. By the end of this year, I'm traveling outside of the country. Myself, my daughter Kendra, and my daughter Janae, we are going to go on a trip, mother and daughter trip, by the end of this year, just to celebrate, you know, some of the challenges that we all went through as we transitioned back into Atlanta. Kendra came from New York. Janae came, you know, she was here at Clark, Atlanta. She's on break now, so she's home. And I just moved back from Augusta, where I've been living for 3 years. So we're going to celebrate. And I'm just hating on my daughter, Kendra, because as of today, she over here in the Bahamas. Kendra doesn't wait. Kendra goes back and forth from New York, and she is in the Bahamas. Today, y'all probably see some of her, well, some of the people that we both are connected to. You probably see some of the pictures of Kendra in the Bahamas. Okay, Kendra, you took your mama, right? That's okay. The three of us are going. We're going to celebrate. Also, I have right here a Yorkie. I have always wanted a purebred Yorkie, and I'm going to get one now that I am an empty nester startup. Because, you know, got to have a bedroom for Janae when she comes from break from college. So she'll have her room and, you know, the guests that I have. But since it's going to be primarily me, I want my Yorkie. I always want a Yorkie. I can carry it in my bag and we can just go and travel, motivational speaking tours, and on the plane I can take me and my Yorkie because it's small. I also here have snorkeling. One of my passions, I always wanted to snorkel. I'm a great swimmer. I have this fear of deep water, and that's because when I was younger, my cousin threw me into 16 foot of water. But I've always had the desire to go snorkeling. So that's on my vision. That's huge for me because I have to overcome this deep water thing, but I'm going to do it. Next, I have two of my favorite designers. I just love Chanel, Coco Chanel, yes, and Fendi. Those are my two favorite designers. I have others, but those are the main ones that I love. Chanel perfume, Fendi perfume, love it. Love the clothes, just love their style. That's me. So my plan in the future is to go shopping, and you know, and they have a nice store here in Atlanta at the the Phipps Plaza. They have a wonderful Fendi store, all Fendi in that store, and Chanel. So I will be shopping there regularly. That's my vision, shopping there regularly. I have one here, a little note here says, gonna need a bigger closet. Oh yes, I'm gonna need a bigger closet. That's in my vision. Gotta have a bigger closet if I'm gonna be shopping, you know, because, you know, part of the things about, you know, working hard is, you know, playing hard, having fun, you know. Over here, Tiffany Company. Tiffany's, gonna be shopping there. Gotta get the bling bling from Tiffany's. That's on my list. And over here, it's always been my passion to really become a great eater. You know, I don't eat a lot of fried foods. I don't eat pork. I don't do pork. I very rarely eat fried foods. I want to get to the point where I don't eat any red meat at all. I eat very little beef, but I want to eat, you know, more vegetables. I'm not a vegetarian. I'm not going that far, but I want to eat better than I do now. And it's so important to me, you know, to be healthy so I can be around a lot longer, to have this wonderful career that God has blessed me with, and also to be around for my children and my grandchildren and my great-grandchildren. So that's on my board, to eat healthy. Here it says, girl on fire. I'm on fire. Girl on fire. I'm on fire right here. And I'm this I do want to add this one. I know myself better. I now know more of what I need in a relationship. It's been some times that I've been in serious relationships. I took the time to learn more about me. I took the time to learn about who I want to select in my life. I took the time to say, I'm just going to be dating and I'm not going to get into a serious relationship. That's my decision. What I'm looking for, you know, to the best of my ability. I took the time to prepare myself to watch out for any potential abusive relationships. I educated myself, and I did all those things. So I think I'll be ready pretty soon. I think I'll be ready now that I'm back in Atlanta. Yes, who knows when may happen. So that's on my vision to date. Maybe one day be in a serious relationship. That what I'll see for a while. Let Mr. Right show up and he just blow my mind. But right now I just want to focus on my career and dating. You know, we'll see. Lastly, it says it's about embracing what's now, but always wondering what's next. That's where I want to leave you off with. I'm always thinking about what's next. I'm also focusing on the now. but there's always that next. I'm just that person that's just never satisfied, because every time I think of one thing, here goes another idea that pops in my head. I've always been a visionary, and sometimes my mind just goes. That's why a lot of times you'll see new things on Facebook, because I don't put all of what I think about on social media, because I have to slow down sometimes to say, now we come up, slow down. You're going too fast. Let's focus on this first, and then this. But this is pretty much my board. I'm excited to see the other ladies' board. I'm gonna do more of these. One of the things I need to tell you this about vision boards: you can't stop at a vision board, because in order for you to get to a certain place, you have to have goals. You have to have step-by-step goals to reach these. I just can't say this is what I want. Like, for example, $50,000 a month. Yeah, I want it, but I have to have a plan. What is the exact plan that I have laid out to get there? What are the steps I have to take? Who do I need to talk to? What training I need to take? What education I need to take? I have to, create businesses and see if it works. I may create a business that doesn't work and have to switch to something else. But regardless, you have to have a plan. You just can't paste it on your wall. You have to have a clear-cut plan. That's what coaches are for. That's what my coach Erica is for. Girl, she's great. She's great. You have to have somebody to give you that step-by-step plan of reaching your goals, and you have to have that accountability person that you're with that helps keep you accountable for reaching that goals. Because if you're like me, there's a lot of times I drag for a lot of it's emotional reasons. I still have to fight through doubt and fear. I still have to do that. It still keeps me stuck sometimes, but I have to get back up and keep fighting. So I'm gonna share about goals, achieving goals, meeting goals, steps, things like that. And if I don't share it, I'm going to have somebody on Women's Worth Talk Show to share about that part. But this is my vision board, and I'm loving it. I'm going to show you one more time. Scan it. My vision board. I have other stuff on there that I didn't name. Yes, that's my vision. And thank you for allowing me to share this with you. I hope the next time that we do a vision board, or the next assignment that we do, that you guys jump on the assignment. I want to share this with whoever wants to participate. You don't have to belong to the group, but it's a wonderful thing if you come into the group and join in. Please watch my YouTube videos. I'm always talking about empowering to change, and I will leave a link to my YouTube channel. Please like and subscribe my channel. This way that every time I create another video, you would automatically get notification of that video. If you're somebody that wants some counseling services in terms of alcohol and drug abuse, or just suspect you have a problem and need an assessment, please reach out to me. I have a website called Another Viewpoint Counseling Services.org. I have 2 Facebook pages along with my profile page. One is Another Viewpoint Counseling, and the other is Natalie H. Manning, which is my motivational speaking and transformational speaking page. So I see you next time with our next assignment, because I'm all about empowering change, because change is possible.